Yes, people, bless up YouTube. So this is another reason why I really appreciate and love Pro Tools. Many of you don't know, but I use Studio One on my job. Alright, I do sound engineer for a church, and I collect stems and record sessions, do whatever. And this is a session over an hour long. Um, we're doing some recording, and coincidentally, the snare track and the kick track went on a stereo track. If you can see in my session here, I can't even show you guys, right? Okay, it's that track, that is this track, that is solo, that says kick. Normally I can scroll with my Pro Tools when it's bouncing or exporting. I can scroll and do whatever I want to do, up and down, east, west, whatever. But anyway, the track came on a stereo track. The stems came on a stereo track. I'm trying to bounce it, export it, um, so I can separate them. In Pro Tools, all I have to do is just right click and click split into mono, and bam, like less than 2 seconds, it's right there, no matter how long the session is. But this thing is exporting for over 4 minutes now in Studio One. And I know many of you will say it is because of my computer. This computer is a brand new iMac, newer version to my one. It's a 2021, and my computer is a 2015 that I originally used in the studio, and still it fires good, just the same as this one. This one is even firing better, so it's not a computer issue. All right, I don't know what's happening, but it's not a issue. So this is another thing why I cannot use Studio One. I use it here because I don't have Pro Tools here, and most time I would take the stems home in the studio and do what I have to do there, because I get a mix, edit better, and do everything better in Pro Tools. Many of you guys use Studio One, but you use it because of the instruments and so on. But I'm telling you, Pro Tools is much easier, and straightforward for editing and mixing. Studio One has some tricks up its sleeve, but in no way I would use it over Pro Tools. So the battle still goes on with Studio One and Pro Tools for me. As I'm here, and this it's like 3 minutes video now, just over 3 minutes, and still it is exporting, and I'm gonna have to export the snare just the same. Alright, well, if you guys know any way that I can separate a stereo track, like you have a stereo track here, to separate them into mono tracks, you guys could let me know. But I mean, this is really irritating, and these are things that Studio One need to look into. A lot of tricks, they put a lot of tricks into their software, tricks that you probably wouldn't use in a lifetime. But the most important straight up things that you would do, especially for me that collect stems from people and mix, I need to have these features, and I need to have them snappy, working at in the blink of an eye, right? So this here, it's very, very, very annoying for me, and another big turn off for me in Studio One. Even when I'm exporting stems from here to take in the studio, it takes a longer time in Pro Tools. Alright, for example, if I drag some tracks, some stems into Studio One, it takes the preview, like you would see here, the name of the tracks and the waveform. It takes a good while to come up, a long time to come up. It takes a long time to come up, and I just can't deal with that. That's time when I could be mixing and doing stuff, So yeah, another letdown for Studio One. I love Studio One right now as a second DAW, apart from Pro Tools, but it's still don't reach, that at that level as Pro Tools, um, from me and from most guys that I know that mix, for arranging and to create stuff with the instruments and some little tricks. That's good, but I believe um, there's always a workaround that you can always do in Pro Tools, etc. So yeah, that's it for me. Studio One still don't reach the level. So a lot of you guys ask me why I don't use Studio One, but um, this is another reason. All right, so I'm not just hitting Studio One. I'm not just hitting Studio One, but I'm just showing you. I always show you the pros and the cons like I did in previous videos. All right, so yeah. Like I say, if you guys know how to do a different export or bounce, just let me know. I would really appreciate it. The more info I get and more flexibility, um, the more I see myself switching soon, but still not there yet. And this is version 5, by the way. Alright, bless up.